to do this fun split time opposite stuff, whether it's anti-spin or in-spin, poi fu is really important. Poi fu is a movement of your arms. And a lot of the fun patterns in split time opposites with the poi also use split time opposites with the arms, sometimes in in-spin and sometimes in anti-spin. This often goes wrong because our shoulders are shoulder width apart, and as you move from this position to this position, one of the shoulders leads. And people tend to let that arm get over there way ahead of the other arm. And they go like this with their arms. When you try to do that with poi, you can kind of do the patterns, but none of the geometry adds up. You don't end up with these nice, with a top-bottom reflection. There's no symmetry. So instead of looking, like this, and I don't do it perfectly, but instead of looking like this, it looks like more like this. Typically, it's not what you want. So if you dial in your poi fu, it'll be easier to add poi. And one of my ongoing philosophies is often if you use an object in the world, you will see results faster than, say, just using a mirror. In this instance, I'm going to use a tree. So now I have something in the real world, and that will give me visceral feedback instead of just visual feedback, because I find if I use a mirror, when I don't have the mirror, I lose the skill. While if I use an object, I can keep the skill. You want to imagine a circle with 4 clear contact points. You connect the dots in split time opposites from the hands pass on the side, or above each other in the middle, the other side. Boom, boom. What people do is this. They let one hand pass the center way ahead of the other one. So I can use that tree to bounce off that center line. I pass through the side, bounce, bounce, bounce. I can switch to the other side, bounce, bounce. I'm lining my center up with the edge of the tree so that if my fingers touch the tree together, I know I've got good poi fu. And I can close my eyes now and learn to have a felt sense of whether I'm on track or not. Because if I'm going boom, 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 I know I don't have it right. And I learn to feel it. If I learn to feel it, I can back away from the tree and imagine the tree is there. And practicing back and forth like that, I will eventually dial in my split time opposites with the arms, poi fu. Then, when I add the poi back, everything works a little easier because the poi fu is good. If I stop in the middle, one circle will be above the other circle. And boom, 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 boom. And it all comes together. You can even just use a doorway, and then you can just practice one half of the circle at a time, turn around, and you can practice the other half, or move from side to side of the doorway. Nick, reporting from outside Leviathan Studio. Ah!